A lot of people ask me to compare Mercedes C300 and Lexus ES250. These two models I wouldn't necessarily compare to each other, but many of you ask me to do it, and I know why. These two models are very popular, best-selling in its class, and the price is about the same. And a lot of you ask me, which car should I buy? They're both about the same price, they're both luxury cars, they're both very popular. Which one should I buy? In this video, we'll make an 8-point comparison of the price, size and comfort, design, performance, fuel economy, safety, technology, and we're also gonna touch up on the maintenance. And at the end, we'll do a bottom line where you can see the clear difference between both models. Coming up right now! To make a fair comparison, we're gonna compare both base models, and the only option we will add is a sport package. 2021 ES250 comes only with 4-wheel drive. There is no other option, and it's a front-wheel drive centric all-wheel drive. So it means it uses front wheels, and if it needs to use rear, it will transfer from front to back. 2021 Mercedes C300 comes standard with the rear wheel drive. But to make a fair comparison, we're gonna add 4MATIC, which is all-wheel drive. But the difference is it's a rear wheel drive centric. So it uses the rear wheels most of the time, unlike Lexus, and only transfers the torque to the front wheels when needed. The sport package for Mercedes is called AMG Line, and the sport package for Lexus is called F-Sport. Both packages don't really add any performance, just a little improvement on the suspension and brakes. However, the sport package makes a big difference in the appearance of both models. Mercedes gets much better lines, nicer AMG wheels, much better lower bodywork, much better interior, way better looking front grille. Similarly, Lexus F Sport package offers much sportier wheels, more aggressive body styling, and a few more extras. The first thing we'll compare is the price. ES250 already comes with all-wheel drive as a standard equipment, and it starts from $40,000. But as soon as you add F Sport package, it will climb to $46,000. Now C300 starts from about $42,000. But if you add 4MATIC all-wheel drive and AMG Line package, it will actually come up to the same $46,000. The price is about the same, so we're gonna give both check marks. Now let's take a look at the size of both models, and you can see the major difference right here. Lexus ES250 is over 11 inches longer. You get much more real estate for every dollar you pay. Especially Lexus has more comfort and space in the rear seat. One thing to notice, even though Lexus is 11 inches longer, there is only 1 inch difference in the wheelbase. This just tells me that Mercedes probably has a little better stability on the road. And now let's take a look at the interior dimensions. Both models offer 5 seats, and as you can see, Lexus offers a little bit more space, especially on the rear seat. In the Mercedes, you would need to move the front seats forward to get as much space in the back. Lexus also gives you 4 more cubic feet of cargo space. When it comes to the size of the car, a lot of people say size matters. Well, not always. Let me show you this example. Here is the map of the entire continental United States, and you can see all the way in the west on the left side of your screen a little piece of land that I changed to yellow color. It happens to be Los Angeles County. Over 10 million people live there. And now take a look at all these counties that I changed the color to red. All of them together combined will cover about half of the entire United States territory. But all these counties combined with all this space they cover have actually less people live there than this little Los Angeles County. Just example that size doesn't always matter. But for the sake of our comparison, because Lexus gives you more real estate for every dollar you pay, we're gonna select Lexus as a winner in this category. Next, let's take a look at the design of both models. Lexus ES model used to be just a regular sedan, but lately ES is trying to become more sportier, more modern, and more appealing for the younger generation. The front grille is the most controversial part of the body design. It looks like someone just stuck a big piece of the regular black plastic to cover the entire front of the car. There are only two kinds of people: those who love this plastic front and those who hate it. There is no one in between. Inside the Lexus, you can find too many buttons. All buttons are the same size, small plastic square. All of the buttons look exactly the same. You'd really need to take your eyes off the road to figure which button does what. The whole design looks like it came directly from 1990s. Mercedes design is simple and minimalistic. It looks very sporty and it's made of the highest quality materials. Body panels are perfectly aligned with no visible gaps, showcasing the legacy of German precision. LED lights are standard, but the interior design, that's what sets apart Mercedes from Lexus. Every button is sensory. You can touch it, you can feel it, you don't have to look at it. You can control everything in the car without taking your eyes off the road. The interior quality is superb, on a level that you can't even find in the more expensive cars. The digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster is standard, featuring 3D graphics. The standard 10.25-inch screen is user-friendly. The interior trim comes in a huge variety of choices. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it's a matter of personal opinion. But because of Mercedes's more modern design of the interior controls and Lexus's huge plastic front, will mark C300 as a winner of the design. Now let's talk about performance. Both cars come with 4-cylinder engine. Although C300 comes with a smaller 2.0-liter engine, it actually has over 50 more horsepower. But the biggest difference comes with the torque. 273 pound-per-feet at lower PM comparing to 184 pound-per-foot at higher PM. Wow, that's a huge difference in power. And as a result, Mercedes goes from 0 to 60 at a decent 5.7 seconds, while ES250 accelerates at 8.6 seconds from 0 to 60. 8.6 seconds? Really? That's just a little faster than this little guy. Lexus, you gotta work on your performance improvements. C300 has enough power to pull you uphill, fully loaded with people and luggage. C300 not just wins the performance segment, it dominates. But a lot of people don't care about performance nowadays. The only thing they care is the fuel efficiency. It's not about power anymore, it's all about how much can you save on gas. Because C300 has more power, you would think ES250 has much better fuel efficiency. Well, let's see. And Lexus is a little better in the city, just by 2 miles per gallon, but it's actually a little worse on the highway, by 1 mile per gallon. However, pay attention to the gas requirement. Mercedes needs premium 91 gas, while Lexus you can do regular 87, but it will save you only less than $2 per fill up. Besides, Mercedes has a bigger fuel tank, so you will need to go to gas station less often. And we know if you save time, you save money. Overall, we don't see a winner in the fuel economy race, so we'll give the check marks to both models. Next, we'll be comparing the safety of both models, which a lot of people find as the most important segment. Over the years, Lexus excels as one of the safest vehicles based on all the head-on and side crash tests. This car is equipped with the state-of-the-art safety technology, 10 airbags, parking assist, rear pedestrian detection, injury-proof seatbacks, are just to name the few. But most importantly, Lexus offers you the advanced driver assistance at no extra charge. Pedestrian and bicycles detection is standard. Lane keeping assist is standard. Lane tracing assist is standard. All-speed dynamic radar cruise control is standard. Road sign assistance is standard. Intelligent high beam is standard. I don't know any other manufacturer that gives you so much as a standard equipment at no extra charge. But wait! After you get all the standard equipment at no extra charge, one safety feature is missing, and it's a blind spot assist. And that's one of the most important features that you actually need, and it should be standard. But on Lexus it's optional and you have to pay extra. Now, Mercedes offers only 8 airbags, but they offer 10-way protection, so you have the same protection coverage as in Lexus. C300 body is the benchmark of the safety design. It can redirect the force of the frontal or side crash away from the cabin where you're sitting inside. Let's take a look at this C300 crash test. If you look, the whole front is basically gone, but the cabin doesn't have any damage and it didn't deform, and because of design, people inside the cabin wouldn't feel the force of impact. C300 is loaded with many safety features, like for example active brake assist, attention assist, LED lights, all standard. But if you want to get any of the driver assistance features, unlike Lexus, you have to pay extra. We'll make a separate video explaining all these features. Surprisingly, the blind spot assist is standard on Mercedes, unlike Lexus, and it's one of the most important safety features, and in Mercedes it's very easy to use. In fact, both models are top safety picks by IIHS. This is for 2020, but nothing changed in 2021 as far as safety. In the safety segment, we have no winner. Both cars are very safe, so we'll give a check marks to both. Now, let's talk a little about technology. Lexus gives you pretty good sound insulation inside the cabin, and you can get Mark Levinson, one of the best sounding system on the market, and you can get lots of different toys. Like for example, you can get bigger 12.3-inch multimedia screen, 360-degree camera, head-up display, wireless charger, and remote start. Those are just to name a few. However, as we mentioned before, all those plastic square buttons, all the same size, are not very useful while you drive. On the contrary, it can be a huge distraction. Finally, Lexus offers Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for the first time, while Mercedes already had this technology for more than 4 years. Mercedes offers much better high-resolution 3D graphics, much more contemporary design. Mercedes offers Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for over 4 years now, and it's both functional and time-proven. You can get 360-degree camera, Burmester surround sound system, super advanced head-up display, insane climate control, digital instrument cluster, and there is much more. But what really makes a big difference is how easy to control everything in your car without any distraction while you drive. C300 is one notch ahead of the Lexus ES250 in the technology segment. There is a huge misconception about the cost of a maintenance, so let's see. C300 requires a maintenance once a year or 10,000 miles, whichever comes first. But Lexus requires service every 6 months or 5,000 miles, whichever comes first. And right away, a lot of people would say, whoa, it looks like Lexus needs twice more service. Mercedes needs service only once a year, Lexus needs service twice a year. So it means I have to spend twice more money to service the Lexus. Well, it's not that simple. The truth is, two Lexus services combined will actually cost you a little less than one Mercedes service, but not by much. And also don't forget that with Lexus, you have to spend twice more time going back and forth for service. And we know time is money. As far as maintenance, we don't have a clear winner. Both cars are the same. Before I'll do a bottom line, let me ask you a question. And the question of today is, when you compare two cars, what feature is the most important to be compared and why, in your opinion? Please let us know in the comment section below. And here's the bottom line. Price is equal, size and comfort goes to Lexus, design and performance goes to Mercedes, fuel economy is equal, safety is equal, technology goes to Mercedes, and maintenance is equal. So, if you like the size and comfort, you should consider Lexus ES250. But if design, performance, and technology is your thing, then you should consider Mercedes C300. Now, since you know the difference of two models we just compared, which car would you buy and why? Please let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for stopping by. To learn more, please visit our award-winning website mbzmaster.com.